Morning, welcome back to part 4 of the multi-organiser. This is the file folders that we are going to make today, or magazine holders, whatever you want to call them. Now, what you're going to need for this are your 12 by 12 sheets of designer paper. You can make them double-sided or they can be single-sided, it's up to you really, but I like the double-sided. You can see inside and out them, but once they're filled you won't probably see anything. So what you're going to need is a sheet of, let's put that one out the way, 12 by 12, and you're going to need a cutting board. When you're cutting your paper, just remember that if your pattern has an orientation to it, this one's not too bad, I can have it from any angle, treat this as a bottom, okay? So this will be the bottom of your file folder. So we need our file folders to be 6 inches tall and 1 inch wide. If you want yours to be wider than 1 inch, you have to remember if you make it 1.5 inches wide, when you do your score down the bottom you have to do it the same, okay, so that when it all folds up it all lines up together. I'll show you what I mean in a minute. So you want a piece that is 12 by 7 and you want another piece that is 12 by 2 inches. Okay, keep all your scrap bits because you can use those in journals and mini albums and things. Right, so now we're going to score. Okay, you want your 12 by 7 inch sheet first. Okay, so when I fold it up, this is what it will look like. So to put our score marks in, you need to line your paper up at the 6.5 inch mark and score. Ooh. It'd help if you could see what I'm doing, wouldn't it? So on the long side, the 12 inch side, line it up at 6.5 and score. Be careful with your papers. I'm using K&Company papers and they are cracking, so I'm not very happy. But there's only one that's actually broken, so I just put a little bit of tape on it because it was on the inside and you couldn't see it anyway. So once you've scored at 6.5, move your paper to your left and score at 5.5. okay, that will give me a 1 inch spine. So whatever size your spine is, we are now going to turn your paper so it's on the 7 inch side. Choose which you're having as your bottom. I think that's going to be my bottom. And you want to score it at 1 inch. Because my spine's 1 inch, I need the bottom scored at 1 inch so that when it folds up it all fits together. Okay, so if you're doing a 1.5 inch spine, you need to score at 1.5 on the bottom. If you're doing a 2 inch spine, you need to score at 2 inches along the bottom. Okay, but my spine's a 1 inch, so I'm going to score along the bottom at 1 inch. Okay, and then with your 2 inch strip you're going to again move it along to 6.5 inches and score. Move the paper to your left and put it at the end on the 5.5 inch mark and score again. Okay, which way am I having it? and then just burnish your score marks. There are other tutorials on YouTube how to do this, but I just find this way the easiest way to do it. Okay, so put your cutting board away. You want some scissors. Now, which way is the best way to see it? So this is my spine, where that's the first score, that's the 5.5 inch score there, and the 6.5 inch score there. Okay, so, and that is the 1 inch score that runs along the bottom. Now what I want you to do is cut down here on both sides of the spine, just up to that score line, that 1 inch score line. So cut up, and then just give it a little taper on the little flap, so it looks like that. Okay, and again for the other side. Alright, and once you've done that, grab your ruler and a pencil or a pen, because my pencil's running out. Now from this score line you want to measure in 1 inch. Okay, so that's my score line, and that is 1 inch there. And then from the bottom right hand corner, ignore the flap, okay, fold that up. You want to come up 2 inches. If my pen will work. And then grab whatever you're cutting with, and just cut that off. Now you can measure again on the other side, but all I do is flip it, make sure the 1 inch mark is on the top, put that there, line it all up, line up my ruler, put that back, otherwise I'm not going to do it straight. That's it. Better. So that's what you end up with. Okay. Again, keep these because you can use them in journals and mini albums and things. Don't throw them away, they can be made into pockets. So what we're going to do now is fold and burnish along our spine. Okay, see, starting to take shape. So that's what I mean by this is 1 inch across here, this is my 5.5 inch score, this is my 6.5 inch score, so I've got a 1 inch spine. So finish burnishing all your bits, all your flaps. Okay, now this bit is going to fold in like that, and that bit is going to fold in like that. So then this is the bottom 1 inch score line that we made, and then that lines up with the spine. Okay, hope I'm not confusing you. So get your glue, and on your little flap first, don't go mad. and then bring your right hand side up, line it up, push that down, okay? And then on the top of the flap you want some more glue, so make sure the flap is folded up. And you are going to do that, pull that up and line it up. Do it on the inside so you cover that little flap up. Line it up. And burnish it down. Okay, so all we need to do now is with this little 2-inch strip, we're just going to glue that onto the side there to finish the file folder off. You can have it contrasting. This is why I said use double papers, or you can have it the same like that, so that when you look at it, the inside and outside is different. It's up to you, however you want to do it. So ignore the spine, you don't want to get any glue on that spine, okay? You just want to do these two flaps here. Whichever side you want showing is on the bottom, put glue on the top bit. Okay, so bend it at the spine, then take your file folder, make sure that's down, and you are literally going to push that into place. Make sure the bottom's all lined up. And then just use your bone folder to get inside and burnish it down. Oh, be careful you don't do that. See? It's better. And there you have your file folder. That's the easiest way I could find to do it. There are all sorts of tutorials out there with where you don't have to cut the strip separate, they keep it attached, and I couldn't get my head around folding that up, so this I thought was easier to do. Okay, I'll show you another one. I decided not to use my Timmy papers. I wanted to add a bit of colour, so I'm using my UK&Company papers, which is this one. Don't know what it's called. Has it got a name? Classic K Charlotte, sorry. Okay, Classic K Charlotte for that one. And there's a few out of this one as well. This is a Brenda Walton Brookfield pad. So, again, Cane Company, that's what I've used. So, to go through it all again, you need a 7" by 12" sheet and a 12" by 2" sheet. Okay? You need to score put my paper, oh, wrong end. The other end don't work, so. Okay, so you want to line the right hand edge of your paper up to the 6.5" mark and score. And then move it to your left to the 5.5 and make sure the edge, the right hand edge, is lined up at the 5.5" mark and score. And then turn it around and line your paper up with the 6" mark and score at 1". Okay? And then it will look like that. Then we are going to do our cutting. So remember, cut straight up this line, or just slightly to the right of it, to the score mark that goes along the bottom, and a slight taper. Same with the other side, slightly to the score mark, and then taper. So you end up with that at the bottom. And then you can either use one that you've already cut off, just making sure that you've got a 1" gap here and a 2" gap down there. You don't want to get that wrong. Like I just did. Line your ruler up. And cut that off. Oh bugger, done that wrong. So I'm trying to do it at an awkward angle. No! I did it wrong, look. Got a flap. Just have to repair that as best as I can. And then same with the other side. Oh, put it in place. Line up your ruler. Keep moving it. Like that. Get rid of my scrappy bits. So this is what you end up with. So now again, choose what you're having on the inside. I'm having that. Just burnish your spine. See, them papers are cracking again. Your little flaps. A little bit of glue on your little flap. Not flat, flap. Bring that, well, it doesn't matter, any one up. Bring that up. Oh no, I'm going the wrong way. Didn't want to do that, I wanted it that way. Oh. Right, don't worry about that. Okay. Make sure that's all lined up and in place. Put your flap up this side. Oh, where have I put my little bit? Oh, it's on the other side. Got glue there. Oh well, doesn't matter. You won't see it anyway. So some more glue on the inside of your flap. And then bring that up. Line it up with the bottom one. Burnish it down. Okay, and then again choose which way you're having your what do you call it, 2-inch strips. Remember, no glue on the spine, you don't want any glue there, you just want it on the outer edges. Right, and again, try and grab it by the spine and hold it in place. Put your file folder in front of you, squish it in, and then line it all up. Turn it over, make sure all the edges are lined up. And burnish it down. Did I move that? No. And there you have your magazine folder. Right, I think I just need one more. So I will do one more with you. I know you're not silly, but I just want to make sure I've explained it properly. So 7 by 12-inch piece of paper. Sorry, just going blah. So the right hand side of your paper needs to be at the 6.5 mark and score. Move it to your left and line the right hand side up with the 5.5-inch mark and score. Turn it over and score at 1 inch. Same with your long piece. Right hand side lined up with 6.5 inch mark and score. Sorry, I'm out of shot. Move it to your left so the right hand side is on the 5.5 inch mark and score again. Grab your scissors. See it better this way. Cut up. Can't see the line. So straight up where the spine is and tapered on the inside flap, like so. Same for there. Then you're gonna mark in 1 inch from the score line. Fold your flap up and mark up 2 inches. Sorry, moved the camera then. 2 inches is there. Where's my little mark one? There it is. There. Cut that off. Same with the other side. From the from the score line. Come in 1 inch. Come out 1 inch rather. Mark. Hold your flap up. And from this side, mark up 2 inches. Grab your ruler. Okay. Again, burnish your spine. And your flaps. Bit of glue on the inside flap. Bring this side up where it meets and burnish that down. Okay. And then put your flap up on the other side. Some more glue. Bring it up, line it up. And burnish it down. Okay, grab your flap, Ignore the spine, put glue around the outside and inside of the outer flaps. Righty. Okay, grab it, put your file folder down and just line it up. Make sure the bottom's all lined up. And then burnish that down, making sure you're not moving it. There you have a magazine folder. So let me see how many I've done here. I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So you need 11. Could I squash another one in there? No, that's fine as it is. Okay, hope you all got that. Again, if you've got any questions, give me a shout over on Facebook, UK&Irelandcraftswaps, or message me, or leave a message down there. I'm going to go away now. I'm going to put my papers on my box. I've done all my painting. I'm going to put my papers on my drawer and the side and the back, I think, and the insides, yeah. And I will be back with some photos. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.